Hey everyone, welcome to the Fish Tank Studio. My name is Alvaro. I'm here for littlefishaudio.com. Happy 2015. Today we're going to be looking at a monophonic synthesizer by David Smith called the Mofo. Namely, we're going to be looking at the desktop version, which goes for under $400. Now this is a 100% analog signal, so analog oscillators, analog filters, and it comes with a software editor which really lets you get under the hood and do a lot of cool stuff. So it's a great synth if you're starting off, you know, when you're looking for something to get into synthesis, make your own bass lines, you know, sculpt your own sounds. Or also if you're a professional, you know, and you already know what you're looking for, this could probably accommodate you because of all the features it has. So let's take a look at the front panel, and then we'll take a look at the software editor, and we'll listen to some of the presets, and then we'll build our own bass sound from the Dave Smith Mofo. Alrighty, so here is the front panel of the Dave Smith Mofo. Again, this is the desktop version. It's very straightforward. We have the vitals on top, obviously. The way we're going to be using it is by connecting a MIDI interface or MIDI cable between your either a controller, directly between a MIDI controller or your DAW. And this allows you to write in your MIDI notes or your bass line or what have you. Just send it here and you can tweak it as it's just playing on the DAW. So that's very useful, and it's quite fun. You know, just the basics here. We have a left, right, out, some phones. The audio in is very cool because it allows you to process audio with the onboard filter and onboard effects, right? This button right here is just to test the sound, right? Say we're just working on the front panel, right? And we just want to tweak some stuff, see how it sounds, right? So this is for those people that are just using it without a keyboard controller. Otherwise, pretty straightforward. Press the program button. We can go between programs, right? Go up in banks. And we have these 4 assignable parameters knobs here, which allows us to assign any parameter that we want to have accessible on the front panel, and we'll take a look at that as well. So before we start listening to the presets, I just wanted to show you the software editor, which is very cool. Okay, so I have it here. I'm going to make it full screen for the sake of this demonstration. And if you know anything about synthesis, you should be pretty happy to see all this stuff that's offered. You know, we have 4 different LFOs, we have 2 oscillators with sub-oscillators each, low pass, you know, I think we have 3 or 4 envelopes, amp envelope, low pass has an envelope, and there's a third here. So 3 different envelopes. And, you know, the routing here is pretty extensive. Like I said, if you see the front of the unit, it's probably not much to look at, but once you see this, you can understand why it's so great. And beyond that, like I said, it's 100% analog circuitry. This is not a soft synth in a box. What they said was, look, we're gonna strip it down, just put the bare bones, and then everything else we'll just do on the computer. And that's what allows them to give us such a great unit for such a great price. So let's take a look at this a bit. Okay, so this unit actually has 4 sequencers on board. So if I hit the sequencer there, we can see that we can program whatever we want. And we can send this information to just about anywhere on the synth, whether it's, you know, a mod, it's an envelope, LFO, or an oscillator, right? We can decide the pitch, okay, and do your own sequence. Now, obviously, this is very randomized here, what I'm doing. Alright, so obviously there's a lot of effects going on here, but I was just trying to show how the sequencer can allow you to do different things. We can send information to the filter as well. So like I said, it's really a very versatile synth. So let's listen to a bit of the presets and then we'll make our own synth sound. Here we go. Alrighty, so we've seen what the synthesizer has to offer on board when it comes to presets. So let's choose one of those presets and let's play with it a little bit, see what this back-end software editor can do for us. All right, so remember, we have this desktop synth, 100% analog circuitry, very simple up front, but when we open up the back end, we can see there's a lot of stuff we can work with. So let's take a listen to this preset that I selected. It's called Deep. It's a sub bass. It's on the first bank. It's preset number 56 or program number 56. And let's see what we have. So it's pretty nice. Looks like we can add some more sub frequencies in there. So let's raise the sub oscillator right here. There we go. So now we've got a pretty big sound going on. If we play with the cutoff a bit, we can really open it up. So I don't need all those harmonics, all that high end. Remember, we're just making a bass. So I'll bring it down a bit, maybe raise the resonance, which of course will give it a bit of a firmer, more concentrated bump at the cutoff frequency. Alrighty. So the sub oscillator is a bit high, and I see here that the filter has an envelope. We can, of course, modify it there. Kind of give it a bit of an attack. Oh, that's nice. Let's open up the filter again. Cool, so already we're getting somewhere with it. We can make a very dynamic sounding synthesizer, something that responds to our playing by programming it in. So the next thing I'd like to add is an LFO. I want to send it to, the low pass filter frequency. Okay, so I'm going to go to destination down here. I'm going to select low pass. And let's increase the amount. There we go. So now we're making some dubstep bass, right? So we have that immediate wobble that everybody loves. Right? And by adjusting the frequency of that LFO, in other words, how fast or slow that triangle wave is going, you know, we can make a rhythmic phrase out of it, for example. So let's see. What I'm going to do is I'll hit sync. Okay. So now that LFO is going according to the clock of the synth. Nice. So if I bring up the frequency, right, that works as well too. That works as well to bring out a bit more. Whoop. So what I've done there is I've turned the sequencer on. All right, so that is actually a very simple example of what can be done using this. You know, the features go way beyond 5 or 10 minutes of explaining it. This can be synced to the tempo of your DAW. So whatever it is that you're working on, if it's time-based, then everything would be synced to your session. As I had said, if you were to program some MIDI into your DAW here, let's see what we got. Then it'll play it back through the session. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit record. 2, 3, 4. So that is just a quick example. So now if I hit play, this information is being sent. This information is being sent to the synth. So now that frees me up to go here, right? And kind of be more creative in terms of, whoop, let me loop that, in terms of what I'd like to get out of my sound, right? So synthesis is really a very deep subject, right? So now as the phrase is playing, I can come in here and tweak the sound to my liking. Okay, so there you have it, guys. You know, this was a very quick overview. If you don't know a lot about synthesis, you know, give us a ring and we'll help you out. We'll help you get started. We'll even, you know, help you get through the software editor and get everything up and running. Okay, don't forget Little Fish Audio is a pro audio retailer out of Miami, Florida. We are engineers just like you guys. We love gear. So let us know what you want to see in these videos. What gear interests you? What shootouts do you want to see? Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more of these videos and stick around for more tips and tricks and demos and reviews from Little Fish Audio. Thanks.